Hey guys, this video is more so for my girlies, my girl viewers, hence the title is going to be girl talk. So I'm just decided to get ready right now because I'm gonna film a haul. I thought, like, why not make two videos in one sitting? I decided that I wanted to make a video and talk to my younger girls just about
things that are going to happen in your life, probably.
things to like look out for as a growing girl, as a girl that's growing up, just things to look out for. And I'm not even
21.
So I'm still going through a lot of experiences, and I'm about to be 18, so I'm almost a full adult, even though I know I don't look like it. I'm getting braces probably tomorrow, we shall see, but I'll vlog that too. I'll let you guys know. But I just want to talk to you guys about my personal experiences as a growing girl to give you all some advice. So basically, starting off with this, which is not really a sensitive topic in my opinion. It's just maybe icky to the guys, if there's gonna be any guys watching this. I don't know. Probably not the straight males, but this is what I use. I was gonna talk about our periods. So like basically I got my period when I was like 11-12 years old. I think I was like transitioning into 12 years old from 11. I remember being in like 6th grade. So whatever age you are in 6th grade, that's the age that I was. And I was living in like this apartment building in Miami and going to school, and I freaking hated school. And I remember like always being probably a little bit moody. I was still super immature and like hadn't really hit puberty, but I knew it was coming. You'll know that it's coming. Like I think you can feel the attitude starting to arise inside you. And it's like it's no longer a little kid tantrum. It's like I'm really in a shitty mood, and it lasts for a while. So I kind of had that going on, and then I was also feeling like other hormones, and I don't know if that has anything to do with your period. I'm pretty sure
Your period like brings out more of your hormones.
I was chill the day that I got it, though. I think I might have cried. I don't really remember. I remember I was wearing a blue off the shoulder shirt though, and I went to pee, or like I felt wetness, you know, in my panties. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, ew, I hate being like uncomfortable there. I've learned to get used to that because a girl do be like getting wet all the time, but not in that way, but also in that way. But basically I was just felt that, and I was like, what the hell is down there? Like, I'm gonna go check it out. And I went to the bathroom, and I like probably knew what periods were, but at the same time I just didn't think of it. And I also fell on a chair many years before this, and my memory of it is very vague, but I fell on a chair and it like went in my coochie, like up my coochie. Not like where I had to pull it out, it just like banged my coochie. That's what he said. I'm just kidding, but it went there, and I started bleeding out my coochie, and I thought something like ripped in my coochie that day. I was crying. I think I took a bath. My dad put me in that bath, and it was bleeding. I think it got cut. I don't know what happened. Maybe my thing tore. My thing tore before I could ever even lose my virginity, and I lost my virginity to a chair basically. I'm just kidding, I did not, but it was bleeding. Anyways, I went to the bathroom and I had blood in my panties, and I was like, what the hell is this shit? And I freaked out, and I think I remember calling out for my mom. I was like, mommy, like I was worried as shit because I literally did not know why there was blood in my panties. So I was probably freaking out thinking it was something else. And then my mom was like, oh my gosh, you got your period. And I was like, oh, this is really uncomfortable. Yeah. I just remember feeling really uncomfortable in the shower because she made me take a shower and like was getting me a pad, and I just felt really uncomfortable. If you're getting your period, if you're at that like age of 12-13, which comment down below if you got your period already and you're under the age of 12, because I know that there are cases of people getting their periods like at 8, and it's freaking crazy. Or I feel bad, honestly. Like, this is so weird. I don't want this. Not that I don't want this, and I take that back, because everybody's grateful for periods now because they get to go do whatever they want with guys. But yeah, basically I just felt very uncomfortable.
Still have the vision in the shower, like the vision of myself, like looking at my feet and just feeling like so weird about myself, because I'm like, ew, like what is this? And I think I wanted to tell my friends at the time too, like, oh, I just got my period, because everybody was waiting for that. I think we would talk about that like a lot, like, oh, who's gonna get our period first? Like, can't believe that was even a thing, because now it's just like the norm. Like, oh, you're on your period, so am I. Oh, you're acting like a bitch, so am I. Why? Because we're on our period. Did you get your period? Our periods are in sync. Like, it's a normal thing, but at one point it wasn't. Also, look at my lash. It's curled up for some reason. It's cute though.
So yeah, if you're a girly that's like in that age span of being like it's gonna come, just know it's normal, and as you grow older, it literally becomes like the back of your hand, your palm, whatever the saying is. Use your period as an excuse to be a bitch or cry or make chaos. So yeah, whenever I get into a big fight with my mom, I usually get my period the next day, or if I'm being a bitch, I'm like, I got my period. And she's like, I knew it. That's why you're such a whore. I mean, a bitch. She just instantly forgives me, so. And it's also a good excuse if you're ever with a guy and you don't want to like do anything with him,
because you're not feeling him like that. Which this will bring me into my next topics about first times. You could just be like, I'm on my period. Like, if you're super passive, nice girl, which guilty, you can always be like, I'm on my period. And sometimes this doesn't stop them, I'm not gonna lie, but other times a guy will be like, ew, and he will just settle on whatever else, but like, don't do whatever else he wants either. Make up some random ass excuse. So yeah, that brings me into my next topic about first times.
Your first time, I hope that you have your period by the time you have your first time. And if you're having your first time before you have your period, I think there's some problems. I'm not one to judge though. I can't judge, only God can judge. And I'm pretty religious, so my idea on having your first time should be in marriage, you know. If it happens before that, obviously sometimes people make mistakes and God forgives. So, you know, just keep that in mind if you are not a virgin, or you had your first time before marriage. I understand like stuff happens and people are in the heat of the moment, and sometimes, and this is like more so like, or at least be in a relationship when you're having your first time, because let me tell you, if you're not in a relationship with a guy, if you guys are just quote unquote friends, but there's a vibe between you guys and you just like feel it in the moment, I mean, kudos to you. I wouldn't recommend that at all. I advocate against that, because you get soul tied when you have sex, and it's very, very, very painful if you guys are not on the same page and you're not connected in your morals and your goals in life, and then especially your goals in a relationship, because some guys are just pieces of garbage. And I know girls get attached, you know, way easier than guys and way quicker than guys do. And this is just a fact. So if any guys are watching this and they're like, that's not true, like, stop with this. It's fucking true, okay? Girls are way more sensitive than y'all, way more emotional, and it's super intimate for us to give up our freaking bodies and for y'all to treat us like trash after. And so that's why I would just not, like, to my girlies that, you know, are blessed enough to still have their V card, I would say wait until you've been dating a guy for at least 3 months and you've known him for like a year, because you just don't want to give that up and then the guy diss you after. Like, no matter what, like, you're bonded to that person. Bonding oil. I'm putting bonding oil in my, and you know, this soul tie connection will last so long. I'm not even kidding. And it will also taint your idea of love.
I was getting a little off topic there, or like rambling or yapping because I couldn't find my blush brush. But yeah, I would just recommend to all my 15-year-old girlies to please wait for the right guy, wait for the guy that meets your parents, wait for the guy that sticks around even when you're not giving up your body, wait for the guy that takes you on dates and listens to you talk about the most random things, and wait for the guy that chases you. That's a big thing. I know a lot of girls are like, yeah, it's okay for the guy to make the first move. The girl to make the first move. It is okay one time, okay? And I wouldn't even make the first move. Actually, one of my friends that made the first move has been in a relationship for 3 years, so go ahead. But I'm talking about, like, being the initiator in the relationship. You should not. And once you're in a relationship, like, obviously it goes both ways. Like, he should be initiating things, you should be initiating things. But, like, for the first few weeks and months of the relationship, I really would depend on the guy to, like, initiate your hangouts, talking to you. Obviously, you engage back. But this is the way that you really see if a guy is invested in you, you know? The heart grows fonder when you're away. So if you don't give him attention, if you don't pay him any mind, you'll see if he really is invested for you. And some guys, I would be careful because some guys play the fucking game. They play the fucking game. They play the fucking game. They lie, they manipulate. Like, even if they're doing that, I'm not going to lie with you, they will still just be like, I'm just trying to fuck. So they don't stop sometimes. So I just be careful. If you know, you know. Try to be in a relationship. That's my biggest thing. Try to be dating the guy when you lose your virginity.
And if he's all about hiding and shit, that's a red flag. I just want you to know that. So yeah. And so the next thing I wanted to talk about as girl talk is like, I think those are like the two main topics I wanted to talk about. And other than that, something I just wanted to ask was like, do you think it's valid to low-key diss your friend for a guy? That's like the only time I think it's valid to diss a girlfriend is for a boyfriend. Not always. Like, it just depends on the event. But sometimes I'm like, girl, go get your man. Like, all props to you. Because, if I have previous plans, obviously I'm going to stick to them. But at the same time, like, I wanted to... Chilling with a guy is always my number one thing. Well, no. Like, to do. If I can chill with a guy that I like, I'll pick that over, like... going to a party with my friend. Is that bad? I know there's more girls like me. I know when I get a boyfriend, I'm choosing him over everybody. Sorry. I did all that hating on men just to say if when I get a boyfriend, I'm gonna pick him over everyone. I would never trust a hoe around your man. I don't care if she's your friend or not. If you really like a guy, let me tell you, do not bring any of your friends around them. I'm sorry. Like, trust your friends, even the ones you love the most, but I still wouldn't bring them around your guy because girls are very sneaky and snaky and sneaky. And even your best friend could probably screw you over.
This one guy that was like, I was not in a relationship with him, and I was not even close to being in a relationship with him, but like him and I were seeing each other. And, like, it was obvious that him and I were together. Like, I slept at his house and things like that. And, like, this girl that I knew, she wasn't my friend, but, like, we did a collab. And she fucking... Okay, we had a fallout. Why did we have a fallout? Okay, so she got mad that I was hanging out with some people that she thought were her ops, or that are her ops, but, like, I don't owe her anything. She's not my friend. I just met her. We did, like, 2 collabs. Like, you're not my fucking friend, and I can go collab with whoever I want. And basically, she got mad, and she knew that I liked this guy, and so when I went to LA to go collab with these girls, and she knew about that, he was in Florida, and she called him, and she's like, oh, you want to go hang out? Blah, 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 blah. And obviously, he's a fucking man, so when a girl throws her pussy and herself at him, of course they're gonna take it up, especially if they're not in a relationship. Like, they know who the good girl is, they know who the better one is, the one that's hard to get, but they will take that easy pussy. And she was like, let's hang out. So he fucking did, and he tried to hide that shit from me, but I'm a fucking PI. I find out everything. So I found that shit out, and I blocked his ass. And who came running back? him. And I felt really bad about it. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole about it. It's not okay. I don't like blocking people, and I surely don't like getting blocked. And it's happened to me before I did that, so I was using somebody else's tactic on him. But basically, I felt bad about it, but it worked. You know what I mean? It got him to, like, come out and tell me the truth and, like, apologize. And he ruined my birthday. That was my birthday, too. This all happened on the day I turned 17, so my past 2 birthdays were shit, but hopefully 18 is good. And, even after all of that, you know, I forgave him, and I continued to talk to him. And then she went to his house. So she went to LA, and she invited herself to his house. She asked, can I stay at your house with my friend? And he said yes, and they let her stay there. And her friend ended up making out with him after my mom, like, called him out on his shit. So that's why I knew it. I was like, yo, letting her stay there with your friend, I knew that shit was gonna happen. So just don't trust men, and don't ever bring girls around the guy that you truly like. Like, if you're just feeling a guy, like, chill with your friend and him. But if you really want this man, please do me a favor, keep him all to yourself. It's the best thing you can do, to keep him exclusively to yourself. Don't show your friends, and don't show your parents, whatever, but even they might put negative energy on you and him. That is so sacred. I never like to tell people about my love life. So, yeah. Fuck that girl. And he's a bitch, low-key. And he still hit me up when he comes here. And you think I met up with him? No. Did I make the effort when I know I could have? No. Fool me once, can't fool me twice, can't get fooled again. So yeah, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up. Do not forget to click that subscribe button down below while you are at it. I hope all my girlies had fun. If you learned anything from this, let me know. Comment something that you're still here. So yeah, I love you, God loves you, Jesus loves you, the Holy Spirit loves you and will guide you. Follow God, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.